I just did a video on Aduro Clean Technologies financials, and this morning there is another press release. Aduro Clean Technologies engages Crystal Research Associates to provide marketing and investor relations services. So Crystal Research Associates, it's this company here with the management, Jeffrey Crows, and then co-founder Karen Goldfarb. So this individual here has an extensive experience in providing investor relations. He has access to CNBC, Bloomberg, Fox Business, Reuters. He has been on CNBC numerous times. Some of the companies that this company covers are listed on their website. As you can see, many of them are on NASDAQ. Not all of them. Some of them are privately held. Some of them are on TSXV, as you can see here. TSXV, OTC, right? New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ. Lots of companies, lots of different companies. Now, I already hear some comments. Why is the company hiring more investor relations services? In yesterday's video, which you should watch on the financials, I talked about how much the company has in the bank, the burn rate, and then how much money the company will receive from the exercise of warrants. Now, if you look at the recent stock price, the jump from the low 60s, and I'm talking Canadian, the stock went up to as much as $1.60. What happens when the stock price of a particular company is performing well and there are warrants in the money? So if the stock price is at $1.30 and then there are warrants at $1.75, 50 cents, what happens to those warrants? They get exercised, right? I mean, think about yourself. You hold a warrant that gives you the right to buy the stock directly from the company for $1, but the stock is at $1.30. Are you going to exercise it? Of course you're going to exercise it before it expires. So building Aduro's shareholder base, expanding the shareholder base is hugely important for helping the company finance its operations. Do you think that you, me, others would find Aduro on Canadian Stock Exchange? How many people in the US are aware of a Canadian stock exchange? Those companies, before they get on NASDAQ or they uplist, they have to bring awareness. They have to reach out to more investors to create more interest so that the stock price is stable. The stock price is, not 90% undervalued, so that those warrants can come in and finance the company. And I talked in yesterday's video that based on November 30th, which is where the quarter ended, the company showed a cash of $2.3 million. They have a burn rate of $1.5 million per quarter. if this was all the cash that they had, they wouldn't have enough money to last 2 quarters. But because the company is out there talking to investors, spreading the story, hiring companies like Crystal Research Associates, the stock price is performing relatively well. And as a result, already after the quarter ended, $1.1 million came into the treasury because warrants were exercised. And as a result of this, the company now has $3.4 million in the bank, which is enough to pay bills for 6 months based on the current burn rate. But not only that, there is more warrants that are already in the money that need to be exercised this year, most of it before April, very little of it before like June or July. And that extra warrant exercises will bring the cash balance by about April, so 3 months from now, to $7 million. So we're talking about a cash balance going from $2.3 million, which is what was shown on the balance sheet, to $7 million. Why? Because the stock is higher than the exercise price of the warrants. Why? Because the company is executing. Number two, the company is out there and is telling the story. You see, there's 2 types of companies in the microcap space, and I'm talking about extremes. One type, they have nothing. They have no great technology. It's just a bunch of BS. All they do is promote in order to raise money. Then on the other extreme, you have great companies that have great technologies, great businesses, great assets, and they don't want to promote anything at all. They think that if the business is doing well, they think if the asset is doing well, investors are going to find it, and they refuse to go and find new investors to engage in any IR, right? 2 extremes. And usually when I find companies that have something special, some business, some great asset, it's like pulling teeth out from them to communicate to them that, hey, if you expand your shareholder base, you're going to do good for everyone, because now your stock price is going to be higher, your warrants are going to get exercised, and you're going to finance yourself, and you're not going to dilute yourself at low levels. Aduro, on the other hand, is doing everything right. Why? Because they have a great technology. They have something. It's not nothing. They have a solution to a worldwide problem, and they are willing to tell the world about it. They are willing to build a shareholder base by doing both. They're executing, they have something valuable, and they are telling the world. So this is what this press release is all about.